All right, let's be honest for a second. When was the last time you actually thought about smartphone security? Probably never, unless something went horribly wrong, and that's exactly the point. If it's working properly, you don't notice it. But behind the scenes, Google has been quietly building something pretty serious inside its Pixels. This all started back in 2018 with the Google Pixel 3. That phone introduced the very first Titan M security chip. It wasn't flashy, it wasn't marketed like a crazy new camera feature, but it was important. Then, when Google moved to its own silicon with Tensor, we got the Titan M2. And now, as we look ahead to the next generation, things are about to level up again. Leaks are pointing toward a brand new Titan M3 coming inside the Google Tensor G6. The internal codename? Google Epic, which is either very confident or very accurate. Apparently, it runs firmware called Longjing. And while that name might not mean much to us, what it represents absolutely does. So what actually is this Titan thing? Think of it like a vault inside your phone. Not software, not something you can patch with an update, but a dedicated piece of hardware whose only job is security. It verifies that Android hasn't been tampered with every single time your phone boots. It handles your PIN, your passwords, your encryption keys, even payment credentials, all locked down at a hardware level. When you tap your phone to pay, features like Android Strongbox rely on this secure environment to make sure that transaction is isolated and protected. And yes, technically, a lot of this could be done in software. But software lives in the same world as everything else. Hardware like Titan, it's separated, isolated, tamper-resistant. It's built on a RISC-V architecture and basically creates a secure mini-computer inside your phone that the main processor can't just mess with. That separation is what makes it powerful. Even if Android had a vulnerability, your most sensitive data wouldn't just be sitting there exposed. Now here's where things get even more interesting. The Google Pixel 11 is expected to launch with the Tensor G6, and this could be a pretty big moment. After switching manufacturing to TSMC with the G5, Google is reportedly going all in with TSMC's cutting-edge 2-nanometer process for the G6. 2 nanometers. If that holds true, the Pixel 11 could be among the very first smartphones running on a 2-nanometer processor, possibly alongside the Samsung Galaxy S26 series. Smaller transistors mean better efficiency, improved thermals, and potentially better performance per watt. Basically, more power, less heat, better battery life. That's the dream. There were earlier rumors suggesting Google might stick with an enhanced 3-nanometer node instead, but more recent reports are leaning toward full 2-nanometer. If that happens, this isn't just a routine yearly upgrade, it's a serious jump. Beyond the processor and security upgrades, the Pixel 11 series is expected to follow Google's usual August launch window. Don't expect a massive redesign. RAM and storage options will likely stay in familiar territory. Cameras probably won't see dramatic hardware changes either. But knowing Google, this is where AI tricks come in. Smarter processing, better computational photography, subtle improvements that add up. There's also talk of a MediaTek M90 modem for improved 5G performance, which could mean stronger signal reliability and better speeds overall. And pricing? If Google keeps it steady, that could make the whole package even more compelling. So here's the bigger picture. While most brands are shouting about megapixels and benchmark scores, Google seems to be quietly reinforcing the foundation. Security at the hardware level, advanced manufacturing with 2 nanometers, gradual but meaningful evolution. It's not the loudest upgrade cycle, but it might be one of the smartest. Now I'm curious, do you actually care about hardware level security in your phone? Or is it one of those things you'll only notice if it fails? And if the Pixel 11 really does land with 2 nanometers and Titan M3, is that enough to get your attention? Let me know what you think, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.